here, start recording, and let's see. Let me do this. Let's see, Patricia's coming in. And we'll start here. Hello, Brooke. Guys, I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes to let some more folks join in, and then we'll go ahead and get started with what we're going to be doing tonight. So give me un momento, por favor. Let's see. All right, so guys, there's a few of us more here. So let me share what we're going to do today. Let's see. So I did send you guys, let me see, I think it might have stayed at the bottom. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Let me see if I can move this thing up so that it doesn't show up at the bottom and it goes to the top. Okay, so there we go. All right, yeah, I think you guys can see that now. Okay, so guys, again, I always hope everybody's doing well. Guys, this is our last week. So we really have just tonight and Wednesday night. So tonight, what I'm going to do, once we're done with what we're going to do here tonight, online, once I'm done with tonight, guys, I'm going to set up the final exam for both classes, okay? So again, just a quick reminder that the final exam in the 0032 class has 15 questions, and then the final for the 1332 class has 20, okay? The review for the 0032 has 20 questions. So guys, all that means is out of these 20 questions, I picked 15, okay? And the review for our class for the 1332 has 40 questions. What did I do? I went and I picked 20, okay? I put the, the formula sheets for both 0032 and 1332 right here. So make sure that you do open them, save them, put them somewhere where you can access them, okay? Guys, tonight and Wednesday night, really what I want to do, answer any questions you might have on the reviews for the final, okay? Just another heads up, guys, all the assignments are open, and they'll stay open until Thursday night. If there's any assignments that you didn't finish, make sure you finish those. Finals, guys, both finals, I'll be opening them up tonight, and you have until Friday night to get them done, okay? You have till Friday night to get the finals done. Guys, make sure that you do the review before you take the test, right? The one thing I did want to mention about the test, guys, and actually I'm going to edit this right here so that you guys can, so that it'll be, everybody will know. So give me un momento, por favor. Let's see, let's go like this. Okay, so we'll say both exams have a time limit of 3 hours, and you will have 1 attempt at each exam. Okay, so guys, you only get 1 shot at the test, okay? So this is not like, test 3 and test 4 where if you did it and you're like, oh man, I made this mistake or I made that mistake, you can go back and do it. The final doesn't really work that way, okay? So whenever you start the test, guys, once you start it, you got to get it done within 3 hours, okay? So if you decide to start it tomorrow night, you got to finish it tomorrow night, right? You can't say, oh, I know it's not due till Friday. Once you start it, there's a little clock on it, right? You got 3 hours to get it done. And that's going to be for both exams. Okay, so make sure that you, whenever you decide to do it, that you feel like you're ready. Again, my biggest recommendation is do the reviews before you take the test. Okay, I wouldn't say let me take the test and then go back and try to do the review. That's like not washing your hands and eating, and then after you eat, oh, let me go wash my hands now. You might still need to do it, but it would have been a lot better if you would have done it before. Okay, so let me share another screen with you guys. And let's see. So let me do this. Let me do this and this. And let me see, where is it? I think this is it right here. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Yes, it looks like you can. Okay. So guys, what I did is I went and I opened up the review for the final exam for 1332. And so I guess quick question would be, has anybody started the review and have questions? And if you do, let's do that. Guys, remember, I'm going to do the same thing Wednesday night, but Wednesday night is our last day, okay? So if you haven't made time or haven't had time to do the review yet, that's fine. Just make sure that you start on it so that Wednesday night, if you have questions, you can ask me then, okay? I want to make sure that I'm able to answer any questions you might have. If you don't have any tonight, that's fine, but make sure you do have some for Wednesday, because Wednesday night is our last class. So question, does anybody have any questions about the review that y'all want to ask me? Anything? Number 9, number 15. And if you haven't had a chance to work on it yet, that's okay, guys. You can work on it tonight, work on it tomorrow, work on it Wednesday, and then ask me Wednesday night. Any questions? Not yet? No? Hello? Okay, so Teresa says not yet. Okay, that's fine. So guys, if y'all want, remember, you can work on it tonight and then Wednesday maybe. Anybody have any? The board account method. Okay, so Patricia says, how do we do the board account method? Let's go through that. So let me find that problem. I know it's going to be towards the end because it's a chapter 14 problem. So let me see if I can find it. Aha, here we go, the board account method. Okay, and I heard another chime in, so let's see. Number 39, thank you, yes. Okay, so let's do the board account method here and see if we can't figure this thing out. Okay, so let me get my pen going on here. And let's see, here we go. Okay, so one thing I want to remind you guys, let's see, who do we have here? We have, let's see, the choices were housing, library, theater, and fitness center. Okay, so just a quick reminder, 4th place votes are going to get 1 point. 3rd place votes are going to get 2 points. 2nd place votes are going to get 3 points. And 1st place votes are going to get 4 points, okay? So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's just go in order of what we have here. So like the first one is housing, okay? So for housing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look in 4th place. How many people voted for housing in 4th place? It looks like 11 of them did, right? So I'm going to take 11 times 1, okay? Then I'm going to go to housing in 3rd place. In 3rd place, it looks like 18 and 25. Let me get my calculator. So 18 plus, what is that, 25? Yes, 25 is 43. And so we're going to take 43 times 2 points. And then in 2nd place, there was housing, but in 1st place, we have 19 and 4, which is 23, and those are going to get 4 points. Now, what I'm going to do here, Patricia, I'm just going to multiply 11 times 1, 43 times 2, 23 times 4, and add them up, okay? So let's go 11 times 1 plus 43 times 2 plus 23 times 4, okay? And I'm coming up with, so far, 189, okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing for, what's the next one? Library, okay? for the library. So I'm going to look here. In fourth place, there were 4 people who voted for the library. Fourth place gets 1. Nobody wanted it in third place, but in second, we got that one, and that one. So let's see, that's 18, 19, and 11. 18 plus 19 plus 11 is giving me 48. And because that is in second place, they get 3 points, right? And then, let's see, library in first place, there was 25. So that's going to be worth 4 points. Okay, so now I'm going to take those numbers, I'm going to multiply them. 4 times 1 plus 48 times 3 plus 25 times 4 is, and I'm coming up with 248. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just clean this mess up here. Okay, and then the next one was theater. So we're going to go to theater. Okay, in last place for theater, there were 19 people who wanted the theater. Last place gets 1 point. There were 4 people who wanted it in third place. Third place gets 2 points. There were 25 people who wanted it in second place. Those get 3 points. And then there was 11 and 18, which should be something like 29, who wanted it in first place. Those get 4 points. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply those numbers. So 19 times 1 plus 4 times 2 plus 25 times 3 plus 29 times 4, and I'm coming up with 218. Okay. And we're going to do the last one, which was the fitness center. Okay. So the fitness center, let's see, in last place, 18 and 25, how much is that? 18 plus 25, 43, okay. 43 had it in last place, that gets 1 point. Fitness center in third place, 19 and 11. 19 plus 11 is 30. And so 30 times 2, okay. Fitness in second place, there were 4 people, they get 3 points. And nobody wanted fitness in first place, so I don't need the little plus here, I'm just going to go equals. So let's go 43 times 1 plus 30 times 2 plus 4 times 3, and I'm coming up with 115. And the border count method just says, okay, doing it like this, who had the highest score? And it looks like the library had the highest score, right? And so that's how I would do that. That's the border count method. Let's see. Patricia, did that make any sense on how I was able to go through that one? Yeah, we're good? Okay, awesome, great. Let's see, anybody else have any other questions? Anybody have any questions about anything at all? How do I do this one or that one or that one or this one? The plurality, yes, we can do plurality one. So let's see. Give me un momento, por favor. So let's see. Okay, so number 40 says, how do we do this using the plurality method? Okay, so guys, one thing I want to mention here, if you notice, the voting problems are this one here and this one here. So that means that when you take your final, you're either going to see number 39 or you're going to see number 40. Maybe, who knows, maybe you'll see them both, right? But what I want to point out is we're not going to see the plurality with elimination because that's not even a question on the review, right? This one is just telling me, let's just do the plurality method. So remember, the plurality method here, I'm glad Brooke asked this question. The plurality method here, guys, just says what we're going to do is we're going to look at each of the candidates, which was, let's see, theater, library, housing, and fitness. Okay, those are the ones we're going to look at. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Okay, And we're only looking at first place. Okay. So theater has 11 and 5. They have 16 first place votes. Okay. Library has 32 first place votes. And housing has 19 and 10, 29 first place votes. Fitness doesn't have any, right? So the plurality method just says who has the most first place votes. And in that case, that would be the library because they have the highest number, right, at 32. So let me see. Let me come back over here real quick. Brooke, did that make sense? And Sarah, I'll get to your questions too. But Brooke, did that one work for the plurality method? Yes, we're good. Okay, so Sarah's saying 27, 29, 33, 36. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at number 27. So let me come back up here. Here we go. Okay, so here's 27, and it says, assume the spinner cannot land on a line. Okay, so it's not going to land on the little lines there, right? What's the probability it's going to land on red? What's the probability it's going to land on green? What's the probability it's going to land on yellow? And what's the probability it's not going to land on yellow? Okay, so guys, I want you to notice something here. We have our circle. The circle is cut up into 4 parts, right? Okay, so if we're going to figure out the probability that it lands on red, out of the 4 parts, how many of them are red? We'd say 1, right? And what's the probability it's going to land on green? Out of the 4 parts, how many of them are green? 2 of them aren't, but 2 out of 4 is the same thing as 1/2, right? And then what's the probability that it's going to land on yellow? Well, out of the 4 parts, how many are yellow? 1 of them is, right? And then what's the probability that it's not going to land on yellow? So I want you to notice this one, and this one are not yellow. So the probability that it lands on not yellow would be 3 out of the 4. Okay. So let me see. Before I go on, Sarah, for 27, did that one make sense? Are we good on 27? Yeah, we got it? Awesome. Okay, so let's go to 29, and let's take a look at number 29. Okay, so it says a 6-sided die is tossed. Determine the odds against rolling a 6. Okay, against rolling a 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, when we do the odds against rolling a 6, what that means is the first number here is going to be not a 6. And the second number here is going to be the number 6, right? So if I look at this here, out of these 6 numbers, how many of them are not 6? Those 5, right? And then how many of them are a 6? That one right there. So my odds would be 5 to 1, right? And there you go, perfect. So the first part are not 6, and then the second one will be against. So if it's against, whatever it's against, that's going to be your first number. And then your second one will be the other one there. Okay, so the next one I got is 33. Okay, perfect, 33. So let's take a look here. It says, a board game uses the deck 20 cards shown to right. If one card is drawn, determine the probability that the card shows a lion or an odd number. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We want to know the probability it's going to be a lion or that it's going to be odd. Okay, now guys, the way we do this, we're going to say what's the probability we're going to get a lion, plus what's the probability we're going to get an odd number, and then we're going to go minus the probability that we have a lion and an odd number. Okay, so one thing I know, my denominator is going to be 20 because in here is out of 20, right? So let's do it like this. We're going to go 20 20, and 20. Okay, probability that we're going to get a lion. All those right there are lions. So there's 5 lions, right? Okay, now let's find the probability that we're going to get an odd number. Well, all of these are odd, so that's 4 so far. All of these are odd, so that's another 4. And all of these are odd, so that's another 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is going to give me 12, okay? Minus, what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to look at which are the ones that we double circled. 1, 2, 3. We got to subtract those, okay? So remember, my denominator is still going to be 20. So the first thing I'm going to do, 5 plus 12, 17. 17 minus 3 is going to give me 14. Now, the only thing I'm going to do, guys, is divide them both by 2. And I'll come up with 7 over 10. Are we good on 33? Did that make sense how we did number 33? Yeah, awesome, very good. Okay, so guys, let's go to number 36. 36, here we go. Okay, this one. All right, so it says we're going to find the probability of selecting a square or a triangle given that a number less than 4 is selected. Okay, so first part it says a number less than 4 is selected. These are my numbers that are less than 4, okay? Since those are my numbers that are less than 4, guys, my denominator is going to be 3 because I have 3 numbers that are less than 4, okay? Now, what we want to figure out is out of those 3 numbers that are less than 4, how many of them are a square or a triangle? Well, 2 of them are. So my answer would be 2/3. Okay, so the one thing I want to mention, guys, is when it says given that a number less than 4, whatever that part that says given that, those will be our denominators, okay? And let's see. So how did 36 seem? Did 36 seem to make sense too? We okay? Yeah, we're good? Awesome, good. Nice. Does anybody else have any other questions about anything? Any other questions? Not here? Okay. Quick question. How many of y'all plan to log in Wednesday night with questions? I'm just curious. I just don't, guys, I'm just trying to figure out if, does the review make so much sense that you don't have any questions, or if you just haven't had time? And that's fine if you haven't had time, guys. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I don't want to log in Wednesday. I want to log in Wednesday, but I'm just curious, how many of you guys have already done the review and you felt like, oh man, it was easy. Some of you are still working on it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I'll tell you what, guys. It seems Carl says you're gonna finish it tonight. Okay. You want to be done with the final by Wednesday, Shane? Is that what you're saying? You want to get it done before Wednesday or by Wednesday? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So like I said, guys, my main thing was this week was about was just answering any questions that you guys might have. You want to finish it by Wednesday too. Good idea. I know, guys, I don't know how many other classes you guys are taking, and I don't know how many of y'all have had to return to the workplace. I know Shane has. He's told me about it, and he works there at the school, so I know he's back over there. But I don't know how many of y'all have you know. I know y'all have other classes. I know some of you may have had to return to work, and that's why I really wanted to give you guys 5 days to go in and take the test whenever you felt like you were ready for it, because of everything that's going on. So I really guess, guys, that Wednesday night we'll do the same thing. If y'all have questions, please log in. If you've already finished the exam, like if you take it before Wednesday or you take it Wednesday morning, you don't necessarily need to log in because you'll be done. Guys, what I'm going to do this week is probably Saturday morning, or Saturday sometime. I have to kind of organize our grades and put them together, but your grade in my math lab will pretty much be your average. Now, the only thing I want to say, guys, is I did open up the other assignments, right? So if there's assignments that you haven't done, as of today, that's one thing. But if you haven't had them, if you don't get them done by Thursday night, they get converted to zeros. So if you say like, oh, look, I have an 85 average, but then you have like 10 assignments that you haven't done, remember those 10 will get converted to zeros, your grade drops down, okay? So just make sure that if there's anything that you haven't finished, make sure that you do finish it up. Okay, so Carl's question is, which class overrides the other? So Carl, you're in both classes, right? Once you pass 1332, which is the class where we're doing our stuff right now, once you pass 1332, you automatically pass 0032, okay? It doesn't go the other way around though. So if you pass 0032, the lab part where we were doing like the basic math stuff, if you pass that one, but you don't pass the 1332, well, you still get a passing grade in 0032, but next semester you would have to repeat the contemporary math course on its own. So, you know, my suggestions, you know, if you can do really well in 1332, you automatically pass the 0032 part. Yeah, makes sense. Good, good. Okay, so yeah, the grades in 0032, those grades are correct. Give me one quick second. Let me double check that for you, Travis. But those grades should be correct in that that's your grade in that class right now. Again, if there's any assignments that you haven't finished, you want to make sure that you finish those, okay? So if there's anything that you have done, make sure that you finish everything up. And Travis, I'm looking in your situation, and you look like you're pretty good. I'm just trying to see. I think what you need to do, Travis, though, is trying to see if you've done the review for the final. Oh, yeah, you already did the review for the final. Okay, yeah. So Travis, you're good for the 0032 part. It doesn't look like you got anything else to do there. Just the final itself, and I'm going to set that up tonight, guys. Those of you who are enrolled in both courses, I would recommend, deadline for the final will be Friday. So let me type that in right here. Deadline for both finals will be Friday, 5:15 at 11:59 in the PM. Let me see. I'll get back to you in a little bit, Travis. Just hold up. Guys, those of you who are enrolled in both courses, what I would recommend doing, your test 2, Travis, if you go back and look at your test 2, that's why your grade dropped down. If those of you who enrolled in both courses, guys, what I would do the 0032 part first, just because it's just going to be like basic arithmetic. But I would also say, like, if you feel like the review stuff in this part right here in the 1332, like if you feel really strong about this, like you can do these problems, you don't have any questions about them, then maybe do this one first. You know, my whole point is do the one where you feel the most comfortable first. A lot of times people feel more comfortable with the 0032, but if you feel more comfortable with the contemporary math part, like the interest problems and all that kind of stuff, by all means, do that one first, okay? Do that one first. That's the one that would, if you feel like you're gonna do better at that one, that's one I would rather you do first. Any other questions about anything here? Anybody want to ask? Why is the sky blue? How come alligators are angry? Nothing like that? No questions? All right, guys. How many truth table questions? Yes, Carl, you can ask on Wednesday, and then Sarah, truth table questions. Give me one quick second, and I will tell you right now. So let's see. Let me me see. Let me come here. Okay. Let me see. Go like this. So 1, 2. Answer your question, Sarah. There's 2 problems dealing with truth tables. So I don't know if that's your strong point or that's your weak point, but you only got 2 of them. So, okay, good. And Carl, yes, definitely ask questions on Wednesday night, guys. Whatever questions you all might have, definitely come in on Wednesday. So, guys, I'm going to take off my headphones. Every semester, just human nature. I have a favorite class, and I got to say, you guys are it. You guys have been it since day one, and I just want to say I really appreciate everything that you guys have done. And you guys have really come through with the class. Everybody, for the most part, most of us stayed through. We had a few people drop off, but I think those that dropped off they weren't doing too well before spring break anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I appreciate you guys hanging in there, and I got something for you guys. Okay, so give me a second. I've been playing the guitar since I was 18, and I'm 46 now, so I've been playing for a little bit. So I just thought I would I'd give you guys a song tonight, okay? So I hope you all like it. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? So you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for days? Did you exchange a walkout part in the war for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground, and how it found same old fear. Wish you were here. All right, guys, that's my song for you guys. So anyway, hope y'all liked it. Guys, you got questions Wednesday night? Let me know, and we'll answer them, okay? So I'll go ahead and log off, guys. But if y'all got any questions, let me know Wednesday night, and we'll do it again, okay? Y'all have a good night, guys. Appreciate everything.